Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Do Bonsai. I'm Scott Winard. Today is the 1st of January, so Happy New Year everybody. I got lots of gifts last year. There was some gifts that came from Tom and from others, and I've not had the chance to show them on the channel yet, so I'll collect the few gifts together and get them all so I can show everything. But I got the first gift of the new year today, which was the Toronto Bonsai Society's annual calendar. It arrived this morning at about 7 o'clock. I was listening to the letterbox go and I was thinking, God, that's early. You know, we don't normally get our mail until 11, 12 o'clock at the earliest, sometimes just into the afternoon. So I'm thinking, well, somebody must be putting some pamphlets through or something like that, but really early. So whoever sneaked up and posted that through, it's very much appreciated, and it's a shame I missed you, because I would have liked to have thanked you for dropping it off. So yeah, today is the 1st of January, and we've got lots of visitors and whatnot coming round to the house. We're going to have lots of pork sandwiches and other food, and I'm just putting the pork in now. So I just wanted to show you the pork going in, and hopefully how I managed to achieve nice big thick crunchy crackling. So let's go and have a look at that before we start having a look at the calendar and the other gifts that we received last year. So here we are in the kitchen. The cooker's on, and it's on full. It's just hit just about its maximum. You cook pork at about 160 degrees, put it in the middle of the oven, and it's about half an hour for every 500 grams. Now we've got, these are about 2 kilograms each. That one's slightly smaller, and they will take about 2 hours, but they ask for an extra half an hour, so they're going to be 2.5 hours. So I wanted them out at 12 o'clock, but it's going to be 12:30 by the time we get these in. And the only little bit of secret that I do for getting this skin to crackle up is pour over some oil, vegetable oil or olive oil, and then crack sea salt all over the top. You might just be able to make out the sea salt on the top of that, and that reacts with the oil and the skin, and hopefully bubbles up. I'll show you it as it starts bubbling and crisping, but it's just standard sea salt, the chunky stuff, and you just knock it out of the grinder and onto the pork. So let's get it in the oven. Oh, smoky, nice and hot, which is good. That's what we want. Get the first one in, get the small one, put that in the bottom, and we'll close that up, and we'll put the extractor fans to work. Must change the fan on that side. The bearing seems to be making a bit of a noise, and we'll see how that goes. So the meat's in there now, and for the first probably 20 minutes we will leave it at its maximum temperature, and that will really get the skin cooked up and the salt reacting to it, and then we'll turn it down to the 160 and let it cook for the rest of the duration. The pork is out, and we have some nice crunchy, crispy crackling. Time to carve. Right, hi everybody. We're edging towards the end of the day. I've got 15 minutes. World's Strongest Man starts at 7:30. It's 7:15 now. We're all well fed with those pork sandwiches. I only had one and then a couple of extra potatoes, and I'm absolutely stuffed. But it was really, really nice. I was saying about receiving some gifts over last year. And I received quite a lot of gifts on and off throughout the year. A lot from our friend Tom. Hi Tom, from Grow and Click Bonsai for Seniors. I'll put a link to his channel down below. If you haven't already found him, I suggest you go over and have a look. He's got a lot going on, a lot of things happening, and he puts out regular videos as well. So he's kept me entertained for most of 2022 when I've been unable to keep putting my videos out. One of the things that Tom did send was a Mr. Elephant. Really cool to get a Mr. Elephant. I have been using it. It's got a nice subtle flow on it, and I've been using it to water the trees that are in the grow tents behind me, mainly jades and things like that are in there. Nothing too special in there, although there are some jades that need a bit of work. What else have I got around me? I've got all sorts going on. Oh, I've got a lovely pot here. We went to Telford, as you know, the Telford show that was on, and this pot here, I picked it up. I was walking around with Robert Atkinson. He's become a good friend, Robert, and he's an absolute smashing fella, an absolute really goldmine of information. I hope to bring you more videos from Rob Atkinson going forward. But he saw me eyeing up this pot and he snatched it off me and bought it for me, because I weren't really letting him pay for anything. He was like, let me give you money for fuel. I'm like, no, it's fine, you know, we're okay, we're all good. And he made sure that he got his 2 penn'orth and he bought me this pot. So we'll get something in that. It's a really nice pot. So we'll definitely be doing something with that. We've got some books. Grow Your Soil by Diane Meisler. That came from Tom. I've not had the chance to read it as yet. I did start having a quick look at it and it seems very interesting, and obviously sorting your soil out is one of the best things to do as you start growing your trees. So there's that. Gardening in miniature I got right near the beginning of the year, really. It was certainly in the first half of the year, and because obviously it's miniature that we deal with, Tom sent me this book, Gardening in Miniature, and it's got lots and lots of ideas and how-tos to garden in miniature. We might copy and repeat some of the little miniature gardens that are in there, and see if we can achieve what other people have achieved. That's by Janet Calro or Calno. Again, a really nice, cool book. I received this one. Was I think it might have been a Christmas gift last year. It was possibly a table gift. On Christmas dinner we have a gift on the table. Everybody gets a table gift, and I can't 100% remember, which is naughty of me. But Happy Bonsai, choose it, shape it, love it. And I'm sure this was my table gift from last Christmas, and there's lots of really good stuff in there. So we'll certainly look at what it is and what's going on, and we'll use the information that's in this book to create some videos and create some trees, absolutely, because it's all the key information that you need for all the different types of trees. I did get quite a lot of other books, and I've got my Peter Chan books up there, which I took down to Herons and had them signed. That was some time ago now, though. I did spend a little bit of time with Peter, not too much. He was very busy that day, and you know, I went with the intention of doing a little bit of recording, but one day going forward we'll certainly do something down there. Lots of other things, but I've just got to show you the t-shirt. I actually bought this for myself, but I bought the exact same t-shirt for my brother because many years ago, when I was about 10 years old and he was a bit younger than that, he's about 6 years younger than me, so he'll have been four or five. We used to have the Star Wars game in the back of the calf that we had, and somebody who knows me from a long time ago, from my childhood when I was about 10, 11, 12, spied this t-shirt and copied me into it straight away on Facebook. And I says to him, "You just know me too well." I've not had the chance to wear it yet, but I saw it and I just fell in love with it, and I had to have one. And my excuse for buying myself one was getting my brother one as a bit of a Christmas present. Let's show you the calendar, the brilliant surprise that came earlier on today. So this giant envelope dropped through the door, and one thing I did notice, there's no actual postage on it, so somebody must have took the responsibility of having these delivered to them and then taking them around various different people. Whoever it was, thank you so much for posting it through. You could have knocked on and said hello. I would have had a chat and whatnot, but I'm absolutely made up with this. It's the 2023 calendar, the Toronto Bonsai Society calendar, and then inside I've got a little message written in there: "Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Scott and Inspector Pete. Here's to health and wealth in 2023, Jay at Blue Jay Bonsai." Thanks, Jay. Brilliant. And I hope you're doing well. I know that you've been a little, well, not a little bit, I know that you've been under the weather. I feel your pain. I've been not as ill as you, but on and off throughout the year, I've had varying different issues and problems. But yeah, let's hope that we get the health part. I'm not too worried about the wealth part. Health gives you the wealth. And then, "Hello Scott, have a great 2023. Travel and have fun." Travel? Absolutely. I'll be doing some travelling about, meeting some people. That's definitely going to happen in 2023. Nigel Saunders from the Bonsai Zone. Thanks, Nigel. Maybe we can hopefully, get something together in 2023. Fingers crossed. In the calendar there is lots of trees. Oh, let me hold it in a different way. There's lots of trees from different owners for the different months. I'm not very good at this, am I? Let's try it this way. And it's absolutely brilliant. All their members' star trees, absolutely beautiful. What I might do is post them up at the beginning of each month in a video, but there's absolutely loads of trees in there, and I believe one of them is Nigel's Sarissa. I believe we all know that one, Nigel's Japanese Sarissa. The tree of 1,000 stars, I believe. Absolutely fantastic. So that's going to get hung somewhere in here. I've got all this to tidy up. It's the new year, new start. We'll get everything revamped and sorted. Tom, your card arrived. It came the other day, as I mentioned to you. Tom wished me a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It was really good to receive the card, Tom. Thank you so much, and to your lovely wife also. Then we had the Commonwealth Games in the UK this year, and we did some work for some of the buildings in the fire and security side of the things that I do. We did quite a bit of work on the fire and security side, and as the buildings and things were being shut down, all the leftover stuff was being passed out and given away. And there was a bit of a drive on getting people to plant things. So there must be about 20-25 seed trays here. Somebody knew that I did a bit of something, so it was like, will you take this to Scott and tell him to get growing again. And they also put in some leftover flags, the official flags that was used in the Commonwealth Games. Probably the athletes would have grabbed these and held them up and run around the track. And we got a giant England flag, which we'll hang up in the grow area downstairs. So obviously they knew I was English. I get an England flag, but they sent me another flag because they know something else about me. They know that I've got some friends over there in Canada, people that I hold dear. And what do they send? Make sure that Scott gets it. The Canadian flag. How fantastic is that? People do listen, people do pay attention, and it's really nice to have that little bit of recognition and little bit of, you know, yes, they were probably going to get thrown away, but to receive the Canadian flag was just as good as receiving the England flag. It's just a shame that neither team did great in the World Cup, because they would have been good on the front of the house. So yeah, that leaves me with lots to do. We'll hang the flags up tomorrow, but until then, get out there and make the best of the rest of your day. Have a great time, make the most of it, and I'll see you again in the next one.